Tonight's headlines: rich nations ask to refrain from pursuing interests. Philippines welcomes ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Department of Energy and the ERC back removal of expiration for JCEC. Coronavirus cases in the country at 1,171,403. Department of Tourism allows NCR Plus staycation. ITCZ to bring scattered showers and thunderstorms. Philippine stocks recover. And Development Bank of the Philippines and Manila government ink 10 billion peso infra loan deal. Good evening. Today is Friday, May 21, 2021. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Cue. Here are the stories for this evening. President Rodrigo Duterte on Friday asked wealthy countries to refrain from pursuing their interests at the expense of smaller nations and to act responsibly, especially in the midst of the pandemic. Duterte delivered the message during the Nikkei Future of Asia conference organized by Nikkei Incorporated, one of the largest economic newspapers in Japan and the largest news group in Asia. Duterte then said that the Philippines supports all avenues for increased production of COVID-19 diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines. Also, he thanked Japan and other partners in the COVAX facility that has benefited many developing countries, including the Philippines. The Philippines, through the Department of Foreign Affairs on Friday, welcomed the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, the Islamist movement which controls the Gaza Strip, after days of hostilities. The DFA previously assured that contingency measures were in place to ensure the safety of nearly 30,000 Filipinos in Israel. As of May 19, Gaza's health ministry said Israeli airstrikes have killed 217 Palestinians, including 63 children, and wounded more than 1,400 people. The death toll on the Israeli side was recorded at 12. The Department of Energy and the Energy Regulatory Commission on Friday expressed their approval for the bill which would remove the expiration date of the Joint Congressional Energy Commission, an oversight body for the implementation of the Electric Power Industry Reform Act and other energy-related laws. The Energy Department said that it would rely on the wisdom of Congress whether to lift the expiration of the JCEC or not. DOE Assistant Secretary Gerardo Erguizas Jr. said that Congress knows better when these laws were passed and it fully established the objectives on how to attain it. The ERC meanwhile expressed its full support for the removal of the expiration of the JCEC. Tribune News on Cue will be back after these reminders.
For all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family, anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
The Department of Health reported 6,258 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Friday to bring the total number of infections in the country to 1,171,403, even as 5 laboratories failed to submit data on time. This brought the total number of active cases to 55,531, and of the total, 93.5% are mild, 2% are asymptomatic, 1.8% are severe, and 1.4% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 1,096,109 after 2,586 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll now stands at 19,763, following 141 fatalities recorded. Data also show that 58% of the country's intensive care unit beds are in use, while 40% of the mechanical ventilators are occupied. In other news, the Department of Tourism announced on Friday that staycations and point-to-point air travel are now allowed in the National Capital Region Plus area. Metro Manila, Bulacan, Rizal, Laguna, and Cavite, which is currently under general community quarantine, will be allowed to have staycations on 13 hotels that complied with the requirements of the Tourism Department. Apart from staycations, the DOT said that it also allowed point-to-point leisure and air travel in and out of the NCR Plus to accommodations which secured a certificate of authority to operate for point-to-point travel from the DOT. Meaning this can only be availed through a chartered flight. The agency added that allowing staycations and P2P air travel will help the tourism industry to recover. State Weather Bureau Pagasa on Friday announced that cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms are expected to prevail over the Bicol region, Mimaropa, Visayas, and Mindanao due to the intertropical convergence zone. In its 24-hour forecast, the weather agency said flash floods or landslides are also possible during moderate to at times heavy rains. Meanwhile, the easterlies and localized thunderstorms may bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers over Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon. Pagasa warned against possible flash floods or landslides during thunderstorms. It added that moderate to heavy rain showers and lightning and strong winds are expected over Metro Manila, Tarlac, Nueva Ecija, and Quezon within the next 2 hours. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
Click, click, that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app. Now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the Ring Ring apps are the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
In business, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index recovered at the end of this week's session. The main PSEI gained 0.03% or 1.61 points to 6,199.25 at the closing bell. The broader all shares followed with a 0.06% or 2.42 points to 3,842.73. Tahina Capital Development Corporation Head of Sales Luis Limlingan said that Philippine shares closed the session quietly once again as investors observed tension in the Middle East after diplomats announced that they made some progress on the lifting of sanctions on Iran. Volume totaled 1.63 billion shares amounting to 5.03 billion pesos. Gainers led losers at 103 to 95 while 47 shares were unchanged. And state-run Lender Development Bank of the Philippines and the city government of Manila on Friday inked a 10 billion peso loan agreement to fund the city's various public infrastructure projects. With a 15-year term, the loan deal will be used to bankroll the construction of school buildings in 3 districts and establishment of a landmark housing project benefiting informal settlers and urban poor communities in Manila. In a statement, DBB President and Chief Executive Officer Emmanuel Herbosa said the loan agreement was signed by Manila Mayor Francisco Dumagoso and himself. Under the agreement, the loan proceeds would be utilized for the construction of 3 10-story high-impact buildings for Rosauro Almario Elementary School in District 1, Dr. Albert Elementary School in District 4, and the Manila Science High School in District 5. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition and Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Parisito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Katribu. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Montero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Something big. The all-new Honda City hatchback with 4 seating modes. Utility mode, long mode, tall mode, refresh mode. The all-new City hatchback. Hatch more life.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall. the world's original thriller, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.